All right, so this is very important. This section, it's this section and the section I'm going to talk about scriptures people used against the law. Those two sections are very important because everything will hang on this one, this third section, the Ten Commandments versus the Mosaic Law. Deuteronomy 5, 7 through 21 and 22. Okay, so Deuteronomy 7 through 21, they listed the Ten Commandments. And then 22 says, these words the Lord spoke to all your assembly. And this is Moses talking. So verse 22, these words the Lord spoke to all your assembly in the mountain from the midst of the fire, the cloud, and the thick darkness with a loud voice. And he added no more. After he gave them the Ten Commandments, Moses says, and he spoke directly to the assembly with a loud voice. And Moses says he added no more. And he wrote them on 2 tablets of stone and gave them to me. He spoke the 10 Commandments to the children of Israel, wrote them on 2 tablets of stone, gave them to Moses. Deuteronomy 5:30 to 31. And then he says, go and say to them, return to your tents. After he spoke directly to the children of Israel, everybody's listening, not just Moses. Everybody stand in front of the mountain and listening to God talking. In verse 30, it says, go and say to them, return to your tents. But as for you, that's God talking to Moses. As for you, stand here by me, and I will speak to you all the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments which you shall teach them, that they may observe them in the land which I am giving them to possess. You see a difference here? The 10 Commandments was spoken directly to the children of Israel. Spoke to them directly, not through Moses, spoke to them directly. And then not only that, he wrote them on 2 tablets of stone and then gave them to Moses. After that, he told Moses to let them go back to their tents. But as for you, stay here, stand by me, and I will give you other laws, commandments, statutes, and judgments, which you shall teach them. Moses will teach them that they may observe them in the land which I am giving them to possess. So it's clear that there's a difference to me. I don't know about you. Exodus 31:18. And when he had made an end of speaking with him on Mount Sinai, he gave Moses 2 tablets of the testimony, tablets of stone, written with the finger of God. Tablets of the testimony, those are the 10 Commandments. They call them testimony also. But listen, y'all, this is the 10 Commandments were the only laws that was ever written with the finger of God. Does that make a difference for you? It does to me. Deuteronomy 9:10. Then the Lord delivered to me 2 tablets of stone, written with the finger of God, and on them were all the words which the Lord had spoken to you on the mountain from the midst of the fire in the day of the assembly. Those were the 10 Commandments. God wrote them with his own fingers. Why do that for these 10? Not everything else. Deuteronomy 12:1. These are the statutes. Those are not the 10 Commandments. These are the statutes and judgments which you shall be careful to observe in the land which the Lord God of your fathers is giving you to possess all the days that you live on the earth. Exodus 25:16-21. And you shall put. So let's go back. First of all, he spoke directly to the children of Israel assembly, and he added no more, spoke directly to them. I'm talking about the Ten Commandments now. He spoke directly to the children of Israel, the Ten Commandments only, and that's it, and he added no more. Secondly, the Ten Commandments was written with the finger of God on 2 tablets of stone. The finger of God. That doesn't happen often, my friend. And third, Exodus 25:6-21. And you shall put into the ark the testimony which I will give you. The testimony, the Ten Commandments. And you shall put into the ark. So ark, I don't know if you guys know about the sanctuary. There was the courtyard with the altar, the holy place, which has candlestick, the breads, the showbreads, the golden censer. This is the holy place. And the most holy, the Holy of Holies, is the ark. Inside the ark, God told Moses to put the Ten Commandments on top of the ark, the mercy seat, and the cloud of the glory of God would come on top of the mercy seat, and that's where God would talk to Moses. That's the only thing that was inside the ark, the Ten Commandments. Deuteronomy 31:24-26. And this will so it was when Moses, now this is different. The first one was Ten Commandments. This is the rest of the laws. So it was when Moses had completed writing the words of this law in a book when they were finished. Who was writing those words? Moses. The Ten Commandments was written with the finger of God. 24. So it was when Moses had completed writing the words of this law in a book when they were finished, that Moses commanded the Levites who bore the ark of the covenant of the Lord, saying, take this book of the law and put it where? Beside the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God, that it may be there as a witness against you. This word against you, make a note of it. We'll see it. We'll find it in Paul's writing, so we know exactly what Paul was talking about. So the Ten Commandments was inside the ark. The book of the law, the Mosaic Law, was on the side of the ark. Why is there a difference? Deuteronomy 4:13-14. So he declared to you his covenant which he commanded you to perform, the 10 commandments, and he wrote them on 2 tablets of stone. And the Lord commanded me at that time to teach you statutes and judgments, that you might observe them in the land which you cross over to possess. Again, why is there a difference? 2 Kings 21:7-8. He even set a carved image of Asherah that he had made in the house of which the Lord had said to David and to Solomon his son, in this house and in Jerusalem, which I have chosen out of all the tribes of Israel, I will put my name forever. Verse 8 says, and I will not make the feet of Israel wander any more from the land which I gave their fathers, only if they are careful to do according to all that I have commanded them, and according to all the law that my servant Moses commanded them. Do you see a difference there, my friend? This is God talking, saying, if they obey all the laws that I gave them, my commandment, which was the 10 commandments, and according to the law that my servant Moses commanded them, then they will be blessed.